The Nazca Lines are a collection of giant geoglyphs, designs or motifs etched into the ground located in the Peruvian coastal plain about 250 miles (400 kilometers) south of Lima, Peru. Created by the ancient Nazca culture in South America and depicting various plants, animals, and shapes, the 2,000-year-old Nazca Lines can only be fully appreciated when viewed from the air, given their massive size. Despite being studied for over 80 years, the geoglyphs, which were designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1994, are still a mystery to researchers. As a plain soars over the high desert of southern Peru, the dull pale sameness of the rocks and sand organize and change form. Distinct white lines gradually evolve from tan and rust red. Strips of white crisscross a desert so dry that it rains less than an inch every year. The landscape changes as lines take shape to form simple geometric designs: trapezoids, straight lines, rectangles, triangles, and swirls. Some of the swirls and zigzags start to form more distinct shapes: a hummingbird, a spider, a monkey. The Nazca Lines are perhaps best known for the representations of about 70 animals and plants, some of which measure up to 1,200 feet (370 meters) long. Examples include a spider, hummingbird, cactus plant, monkey, whale, llama, duck, flower, tree, lizard and dog. The Nazca people also created other forms, such as a humanoid figure, nicknamed the astronaut, hands and some unidentifiable depictions. Some of the most well-known geoglyphs are hummingbird. The hummingbird is the most well-known of all of the geoglyphs and easily identified because of its distinctive features. Its large beak, wings, and tail have a wingspan of about 216 feet. Spider. One of the first geoglyphs seen by the famous American Professor Paul Kosk, located near the edge of a trapezoid and a huge network of lines on the surface of the desert. This large figure is approximately 151 feet long. Condor. At 440 feet long and almost as wide, the condor is one of the largest geoglyphs. Also known as the long-tailed mockingbird, it's easily spotted from above. Andean condors are very common in the Andes Mountains, which come as close as 130 miles from the Nazca Lines. Whale. The whale geoglyph is one of the most well-defined carvings found in the Nazca Desert surface to date. Its defined fins and large mouth easily distinguish this geoglyph from the others. Another whale geoglyph exists, known as the killer whale. However, it's more detailed than its partner, making it harder to see from both land and the air. Dog. The dog is another unusual figure. Its pulled back ears and open mouth, making the creature seem almost afraid. The length of the dog is about 170 feet. With no similarity to any current native breeds in Peru, scholars believe it could depict a breed which existed in the time of the Nazca culture. Astronaut. One of the most enigmatic of the Nazca geoglyphs, observers have theorized a number of interesting theories about what this one depicts, from a fisherman to a spaceman to a googly-eyed extraterrestrial visitor waving to passersby. In 2011, a Japanese team discovered a new geoglyph that appears to represent a scene of decapitation, which, at about 4.2 meters long and 3.1 meters wide, is far smaller than other Nazca figures and not easily seen from aerial surveys. The Nazca people were known to collect trophy heads, and research in 2009 revealed that the majority of trophy skulls came from the same populations as the people they were buried with, rather than outside cultures. In 2016, the same team found another geoglyph, this time one that depicts a 98-foot-long, 30-meter-long, mythical creature that has many legs and spotted markings, and is sticking out its tongue. And in 2018, Peruvian archaeologists announced they had discovered more than 50 new geoglyphs in the region, using drone technology to map the landmarks in unprecedented detail. The theories. The Kozak-Reich astronomy theories held true until the 1970s, when a group of American researchers arrived in Peru to study the glyphs. This new wave of research started to poke holes in the archaeoastronomy view of the lines, not to mention the radical theories in the 60s relating to aliens and ancient astronauts. Johann Reinhard, a National Geographic explorer in residence, brought a multidisciplinary approach to the analysis of the lines. Look at the large ecological system. What's around Nazca? Where were the Nazca people located? In a region that receives only about 20 minutes of rain per year, water was clearly an important factor. It seems likely that most of the lines did not point at anything on the geographical or celestial horizon, but rather led to places where rituals were performed to obtain water and fertility of crops, wrote Reinhardt in his book The Nazca Lines, a new perspective on their origin and meanings. Anthony Aveni, a former National Geographic grantee, agrees, our discoveries clearly showed that the straight lines and trapezoids are related to water, but not used to find water, but rather used in connection with rituals. The trapezoids are big wide spaces where people can come in and out, says Aveni. The rituals were likely involved with the ancient need to propitiate or pay a debt to the gods, probably to plead for water. Reinhard points out that spiral designs and themes have also been found at other ancient Peruvian sites. Animal symbolism is common throughout the Andes and are found in the bimorphs drawn upon the Nazca Plain. Spiders are believed to be a sign of rain. Hummingbirds are associated with fertility, and monkeys are found in the Amazon, an area with an abundance of water. No single evaluation proves a theory about the lines, but the combination of archaeology, ethnohistory, and anthropology builds a solid case, says Reinhard. Add new technological research to the mix, and there's no doubt that the world's understanding of the Nazca Lines will continue to evolve. Undoubtedly, people will continue to study the Nazca Lines. Hopefully, experts will learn more about how and why an ancient culture created these lasting marks on the desert floor. They'll also be the focus of renewed conservation efforts. There may be little threat to the Nazca Lines from Mother Nature, but human beings are another story. In 2014, members of the group Greenpeace damaged an area near the hummingbird geoglyph during a publicity stunt. Then, in 2018, a truck driver drove over part of the Nazca Lines. They damaged an area about 100 feet by 330 feet. Many people hope these events will lead to stricter security around the lines. Have you ever seen the Nazca Lines? Would you like to fly over them one day? Maybe you can even help solve the mystery surrounding them. The Nazca Lines are sure to fascinate human beings for years to come.